everybody. Welcome back to D-Pod. All right, so today we have a recap episode from our recent trip to Atlanta. So this past weekend, Memorial Day weekend, finals were over on Friday. And so early Saturday morning at 5 a.m., a bunch of us, I think it was 17 postgrads and then 7 students. We went to Atlanta and had a fun trip / vision trip. So we were there for 5 days. 2 of those days were driving because we drove 12 hours down and then 12 hours back up. So that was Saturday and Wednesday. And then on Sunday, we attended a church service there. We had a lot of good food. During this recording, you're going to hear because I asked people to submit recordings throughout the trip from the things that we're doing. And a lot of what people submitted are from what we're eating, including a long clip from Luke Walker when we were all trying really, really spicy chicken at Hattie B's. So look forward to that. And then this episode's going to end off with some sharings from our last day in Atlanta. And on that day, we did prayer walks as well as several hours of outreach on the Georgia Tech and Emory University campuses. So you're going to kind of hear people's reflections on that. All right. So overall, just really, really thankful for just this kind of time to spend together. People are really stressed out during the school year, but afterward we get a chance to kind of be together. And we stayed at this really awesome church down there, Rehoboth Baptist Church, that has like a mission center, and they had this huge gym. So then we were playing basketball and volleyball late into the night every night. So I think people had a blast. If you have never been to one of our trips before, highly, highly encourage you to sign up and be a part of those kinds of liminal experiences. All right. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and play people's recordings, and I will interject whenever I feel like I need to explain what's going on. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, welcome back to D-Pod, where we talk everything faith, life, and staff. This is Chizara.
And Anesi.
And Neil.
Hi.
And Marie.
Oh, okay. And so right now we're at Culver's. It is currently 10:47 a.m. Eastern time. So technically we're eating breakfast at Culver's because it would be 9:47 Chicago time. How are you feeling after the drive, Anesi?
I took a great nap, and now I'm having a brownie chocolate fudge milkshake, so I'm having a great day.
Amazing.
I took very short naps, but yeah, I might take another one.
What about you, Chappie?
I have been passed out for almost the entirety of this trip, except for when we were listening to the audiobook. 36.
What audiobook are you listening to?
It was the audiobook by J.D. Greer. What we do with our lives.
What are you going to do
What are
with
you
your
going to
life?
do with your life?
How is it?
It's good. It's good.
You got some funny bits
I
in
feel
there.
inspired.
Okay.
Can we get more details? We didn't get to listen to it.
Awkward. Okay, they can't spoil it. That's why they're not telling us, guys. So in conclusion, so far the trip has been very sleepy, inspirational, and yummy. We'll catch you later. Who wants to do the outro? Hey, and welcome back to D-Pod, where we talk everything faith, life, and staff. This is Chizara.
And Tammy. And Tiffany.
And Lauren. And Amy.
Okay, and right now we're at Buc-ee's in Georgia. This is my first time being at Buc-ee's. Anybody else's first time?
Also my first time.
Yeah,
Yes,
same.
Buc-ee's is huge.
No, it's actually literally huge. It was very overwhelming and disjointing and discombobulating. I was not ready.
America in one building.
I like the way Lauren summed that up. America in one building. There was a lot going on. How did you guys feel about the food?
It's American. It was okay.
It's okay. It's not bad.
It was kind of expensive. I thought things were cheaper in the South. So that was a little surprising. But it was good. I tore it up. Now we're just standing outside, awkwardly in a circle, because everybody's done with their food. But we're almost at Atlanta. Woo! Okay, so we'll catch you guys then. Who wants to do the outro?
This has been D-Pod.
It is the 27th 5:02 p.m. We are at Buc-ee's, and this is a food review of the Big Buckin' brisket sandwich, double XL, chopped beef.
It's quite good.
It's quite good. Matt, Chad, you already tried it. And what is your rating out of 10?
Pretty solid 8 or 9 actually. For the price, it's really filling. It tastes pretty good. I can't complain.
You can't complain. All right, I'm gonna try it right now. So from the looks of it, it looks kind of soggy. You know, it doesn't really look appetizing. But all right, let's try it right now. It's very soft and tender. You know, sweet, well, not too sweet. Yeah. It's solid. It's solid.
Out of 10, what do you rate it?
Out of 10.
We're eating here already.
It's filling, but I think it needs a little more seasoning. Feel like, yeah, it's pretty soggy. But I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. But out of 10, I'd say 7.5 to 8. Yeah. All right, that's my food review. Thank you.
Hi, this is Luke Walker checking in for the D-Pod. I'm here inside the quote-unquote world-famous Buc-ee's bathroom. This is the most stalls I've ever seen in a single room. Even, like, the sinks have stalls. And, yeah, for a public bathroom, probably the cleanest you'll find. Definitely most private. Like, once you get in, like, it's huge and big and open. There's, like, so many little stalls. And it's like your own little room, and there's only, like, a couple-inch gap off the floor. Like, I don't know. I feel like you could, record a song in here if you really needed to. It's pretty interesting. Never seen anything like it. So, yeah, Buc-ee's bathroom. Strange place. Almost feels kind of magical and mystical. Like this is a place where, dreams come true. Wow. What a time.
Hey, and welcome back to Deep Pod again.
It's actually DP over here.
Anyways, we're taking over, as you can tell. So we're about to do a marriage couple trivia something so that couples can earn their spot as the most married couples. Okay, I'm actually not going to let DP and Kata participate because they've been married way longer than the other two couples in this car. So, but I'm also going to need help coming up with questions from Giselle, Neil, and Timmy. So I'm going to ask the first question, but think about it. Okay. The first question is for Jeanette and Nicholas. What is Jeanette's go-to Chinese food order?
Chinese food order?
It's gonna be Asian?
I don't even.
Or is it Chinese?
I don't even know.
Oh, if Jeanette doesn't know, that's not going to work.
I know Asian.
Yeah, I know Asian too. I don't know Chinese order.
Okay. Jeanette's go-to Asian/Chinese, if you want to be specific, food order.
Okay.
You can answer in 3 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Chicken
Turkey.
bento.
Ooh.
Why would chicken?
So Jeanette said
Because it comes with
poke,
sushi and sashimi.
and he said chicken bento.
Okay.
Okay, would you guys like to discuss?
It's in the Japanese category.
Okay.
I know she likes Japanese.
I thought you knew this.
No, you like all like
That's true. I
sashimi
do.
stuff. Yeah.
But bento, but chicken bento, with chicken bento is purely chicken.
Okay, and we're back after a brief commercial break for Hina and Genji. Woo! Okay, what is Genji's go-to date night spot / activity? Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
Eat.
Wait, eat and pray?
I said it's like you can eat.
I said eat.
Oh yeah.
Hina said pray. Well, both are wholesome answers, right? Okay, do you guys want to discuss?
No.
We eat and then we pray.
Well, I guess you pray before you eat.
Right.
Well, so neither team got it right, but that's okay. You know, they're still married. Thanks for tuning in to this segment of Cheezera Chats, which is a sub-segment of D-Pod. We'll catch you guys later, maybe when we're in Atlanta.
What's going on, y'all? We're here checking in for a little peach cob review. Who I got with me?
You got Neil in the building.
Cheezera.
And Tammy.
And Ben.
And Amy.
And Anezi. And Huna.
And of course, this is Luke here. So we're at the Peach Cobbler Factory, giving this a little taste. I haven't had a bite yet, so I'm a little excited.
Is it warm?
That's very warm. Well, that's good. It's an interesting blend of textures because it's kind of got the syrupy, but then there's that kind of the cakiness from the cobbler, but then the chunks of fruit, I think, are what my favorite part is. Anybody else got anything to say about it?
That's actually my least favorite part.
Really?
But I think that the ice cream really balances the sweetness.
Yeah, ice cream makes it a lot better.
What is peach cobbler without ice cream? Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say it's a 4 out of 5.
You know?
It's pretty solid. Yeah.
I would give this peach cobbler, I would give it an 8.2. 8.2 out of 10. It's a very delicious treat. Highly recommend.
What's the reason behind your 8.2?
Like I said, good sweet flavors. I just love peaches in general, and just all around, it's warm. It feels good, and it's a summer day, but there's a light breeze. It's just comforting in it, and it feels like a hug. Peach cobbler review. There we go.
All right, so all of that so far was just from the drive down, and after the peach cobblers, we got to the church. Got all checked in, got our orientation. And of course, since the huge gym is there, we just had to play. So we played some basketball. We did some knockout. We played brothers versus sisters, in which Jeanette basically single-handedly destroyed the brothers. So we will need a rematch of that. And speaking of brothers versus sisters, I just remembered that during the drive down, during our 12-hour drive down, we played what we call the song game, which is that you choose a random word. So like love or God or something like that. And you just take turns by cars, because we have walkie-talkies in the cars, singing lyrics from songs that have that word in it. And, whichever car lasts the longest wins. And I would just like to say that the brothers finally won. In our 4 years in Chicago, the brothers have never won that game. And so, awesome. That was super exciting. Anyways, so after we got down, the next morning we attended a service at Gospel Hope Church. That was a really wonderful time of fellowshipping with that congregation. It was really random too, because we just met this couple with their grandchild there, and we were talking to them, and they were like, "Oh, what church are you from?" And we're like, "Oh, we're from this small church in Grace Point, Chicago." And they're like, "Oh, we know Grace Point. Like, we were just at your guys' building in California." And apparently, they had met Pastor and Kelly through an international mission board training that was happening in California around that time, and they hung out with them and at our church building for a couple days, and so it was really kind of interesting to see just the connections that we have, and was really encouraged just hearing a little bit of their story and their service overseas, because they were missionaries for 26 years. So I'm really thankful for that. And then we're going to go ahead and play the next one, and it's going to sound like Luke Walker is cursing as soon as he starts the recording, but that's the name of the sauce that we are eating. All right, here we go.
Hattie B's Hottest Chicken. Shut the cluck up here in Atlanta. All right. On the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. It's already just got the spice. The flavor is not even that incredible. It's got that distinct, just kind of like the burn taste.
It's a slow burn, right?
Yeah. It gets hotter. It's still building.
Staring up at the space.
It lasts about 15 minutes actually.
So it starts, and now my tongue's starting to tingle.
Bro, I'm sweating just eating this, bro. Oh my gosh.
Oh, get me.
Are we allowed to drink?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I got Arnold Palmer with ice. Okay, that's helping. Okay, and then he's back, and then he's back.
This is the rising action right now. The rising action. AJ looks really sad. That was really good part of the story. You're finding out more.
Oh my goodness. It doesn't stop. Oh, Genji.
They have cheese.
Blow your nose. Whatever you need to do.
Oh.
We'll get through it. It only lasts about 15 minutes.
It's not stopping.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, you tried it too?
Lauren did it too.
I decided to just dunk my tongue in the drink and it works. I'm not drinking, just dunking.
So painful. It's gonna be nothing for us. Yeah. If you toss it,
It's on the bottom of my tongue.
I'm not big.
How medium and I'm like dying.
DP. It's on the bottom of my tongue.
Oh yeah, it's older.
This one.
That's the worst. So the worst is the sensation that is. It's on the bottom of my tongue. And the more I talk, the more it hurts. But I want to provide the good content. It like envelops your mouth like a glove. The spice feels like you sprayed expanding foam that's on fire in your mouth. And it slowly increases in volume. DP, are you also shaking your leg? I've been shaking my leg and can't stop.
There was one bag of hot Cheetos that I had once. It was this bad.
Hot Cheetos?
Come on, Neil, get in here, man. Hurry up in here.
Come on, Neil.
Taking my time.
He's taking his sweet time. He's just enjoying himself. Like, are you trying? It's that one.
It's the one that's been taken. They're all little. What are your thoughts? Why do you want to try it?
Just for funsies. I kind of want to, join in on the suffering. Yeah, and I feel like, if I push myself like this, then spice will be better,
Genji, how are you feeling?
I'm hyperventilating. Fight or flight. Sweating.
I dumped my tongue in the liquid.
That's good.
And just sat it there and didn't drink.
That's good. That's good.
We're at 5 minutes.
Spicier than you thought?
Yeah, the worst of it's over.
Just chew like you would a normal.
You should take the. You want to try yours? You want to try yours?
Okay. I'll shake it.
If you take the MPs, you're an MVP.
This has a little bit of this.
Oh, no, you got
I need more Arnold Palmer. I need a sweet relief from Arnie.
Oh, yeah.
Why are they playing Michael Jackson at a time like this? What'd you guys put in the cluck? What's in there?
Pretty much all our spices combined, but it's mostly ghost pepper.
Was it ghost pepper?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure. It's got like the signature ghost pepper, just kind of like.
Oh, the tongue's coming out.
What are your thoughts?
No, keep it inside.
I can't talk right now.
Benlu cannot talk. Stick your tongue inside liquid. Just leave it there. That's the good strategy.
Call that
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, because that's the one with the noise.
I think I'm done now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, like the worst is over. Like it still burns, but the worst is over.
The worst is about to.
That's pretty accurate. Because we're at 7 minutes right now. Or 7:40.
740. You got the good content?
Hope so.
yeah.
I'll probably have to go in and edit this down to a good clip to submit. He's telling me that it's all their spices combined, but mostly ghost pepper.
Oh, wow.
On the first bite, you can kind of tell the distinct, like that burnt ghost pepper flavor.
Yeah, I taste the ghost pepper.
That's so interesting.
All right. So yeah, I think my mouth still burns here 8 minutes in, but the majority of the pain has we've gone over the hump. We're on the way down, and let this be a lesson to all: don't eat a whole tender, and don't try to be cool in front of your friends and eat spicy things. It's almost never worth it. Signing out.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to She's Our Chats, the Atlanta segment of D-Pod, where we talk everything faith, life, staff, and potential church plants. Right now, I'm in the Sun Whip with
Giselle. Lauren.
Tammy. And the sun shining, rising sun.
the Sun Shinings and the baby Sunshine. Okay, so it's been a while since we recorded a little segment, so we have to update you on every single thing that we've done. Okay, so I don't even remember what we did, to be honest.
We went to church service yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was really fun.
Gospel Hope Church.
Yeah, it was great.
It was so good. I was like,
if you're ever in the ATL, stop by. They were really good.
Yes.
We were sent.
Yeah, because they're part of the Sun Network. See what we did there? Okay, and then after that, we got lunch.
That's why they're like, you are sons?
Oh gosh, this guy is so unserious. Anyways, so then we got lunch at this chicken place, and we had really spicy chicken. Yeah, Hattie B's. You should go there. It's really good. They have this shut the cluck up chicken, and it's really spicy, and it'll make you cry. So be careful. And then we played a lot of hacky sack and walked around. And then what do we do after that, guys? Oh yeah, Coca-Cola factory. It was just advertisements, guys. There were so many advertisements.
Coca-Cola propaganda.
Capitalism propaganda.
Yeah. And also, they trick you to think that you're playing a fun game, and then it's not even fun, and it's like not real.
Anyway, it was fun.
Yeah, so that was that on that, and then we played more hacky sack. And then what did we do after that? I don't remember anything we did.
We went back.
Oh, we had dinner. We had dinner at this Korean place, and then Jikolis treated us. Thanks, Jikolis. It was so delicious and tasty and yummy. And then we went back to the place, the school summer camp, and then we played more hacky sack. And then what did we do? Oh yeah, we played volleyball and sports and we memorized Romans 6:23.
And we played Her Mentality, and Lauren Chang won 3 times.
Yeah, so clearly a lot has happened. And then this morning we got breakfast treated by Tofu. Wait, what is their name again? Tofiatriz. Woo! Thanks, Tofiatriz. Woo!
We love Tofia.
So clearly a lot has happened, and there's a lot more to come, guys. So stay tuned. Don't click out of this episode just yet. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, dang, we're still parking actually. Oh yeah, we're going to the aquarium, and then we're gonna go to. Yes. For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is the eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans 6:23. Woo, period, amen. Woo! Stay tuned for what we're gonna use that for. Well, Giselle kind of just spoiled it, but stay tuned for what we're gonna use that for, guys. Okay, this is getting really long, so we're gonna leave now. Bye.
All right, so after that, we have like 24 hours where we don't have any recordings. But that's because we were having so much fun. So we went to the Georgia Aquarium, which is the largest aquarium in the Western Hemisphere, which I think means outside of China, because I heard the aquariums in China are amazing. But yeah, Georgia Aquarium was pretty amazing. We saw 2 whale sharks as well as a manta ray in the same, like, what do you call that? The same water tank, right? And that water tank's like 6 million gallons. So pretty awesome. And then watched like this sea lion show as well as this dolphin show, where the trainer like came out like Aquaman riding on the dolphin. It was amazing. If you're ever in Atlanta, you guys should definitely check it out. And then we went to the MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. Center, and checked out the museum there. I got to learn a little bit of the history of the civil rights movement. So that was really moving. And then after that, we came back and had several hours of outreach training. And then on the last day, we spent most of the day just touring campuses, praying for the campuses at Georgia Tech and Emory, and then spending most of the afternoon trying to just go and have intentional conversations with people and gospel conversations with people. And so that was really, really neat. I was really proud of our team. We in total had 90 intentional conversations and 22 gospel conversations. So those are conversations in which we actually got to preach the entire gospel and ask them if there's anything keeping them from deciding to follow Jesus. And, no one said yes at that moment, but I think, it was really neat because in a way we got to participate in the Great Commission and to try to help people move a little bit closer to Jesus wherever they're at. So here are some people's reflections on that time.
I started recording. D-Pod. Okay, right now on the show we have... Yeah.
Hi, it's Matthew.
And...
It's Ben.
And Alex.
And getting
Yunnan.
He said my name.
Yeah, and Amy. Okay. All right. So we just finished doing outreach on the Emory University College campus, and we were split up into different pairs, missing Chizora and Tiffany, who's talking to someone else right now. But does someone want to share what they did? How about you guys go first?
All right. Me and Alex, we went to
the Raleigh School of Public Health. And what we did there is we did some tabling. So we got a board and we used the 3 circles illustration of the gospel just to explain a little bit about our religion in a kind of succinct way. So we were really encouraged by, like, even though there's like very few people walking about because it's during the summer at a private school, there are still a lot of people that are interested in hearing from us and just willing to talk to us even if they weren't interested in Christianity. Even though we didn't get like any salvation decisions or anything crazy, I think we did our best to sow seeds into people's hearts so that they would be able to hear from us and maybe even think about their life a little bit more seriously, think about maybe different ways that they felt like, oh, I'm not satisfied where I am right now. Like I recognized that this way that I viewed someone else in my life could be kind of broken, or this way that I don't feel like fulfilled, and other people were like pretty happy with where they were, even atheists. we recognized that. It was kind of interesting. We're just trying to understand what their point of view was and why they think that they're like restored people. So
I also thought it was a clear example of how God works. I think me and Alex in the beginning, we were feeling discouraged because no one was coming. And right as we were about to leave, I said, maybe let's just keep trying for a little bit. And right after that, 3 people came up to us to have different spiritual conversations. And in each of those conversations that we had, we were able to share the gospel. And just thankful that we got a chance to just share what we believe in and to possibly put that pebble in the shoe for them to think about, especially for those who are in a broken place and kind of recognize it and realize that they need to put their trust in Jesus, but might not feel like they're ready to do it yet.
Me and Hino, of both of our pairs, we walked around with a bowl, and depending on the person who reaches into the bowl, they would have to answer a different question depending on what they picked. I was paired up with Chizura and Hino was paired up with Tiffany, and we were just able to talk to a lot of different people. I think my personal takeaway was that everyone on campus needs to hear the gospel, whether they're a student or not. And I think there was one lady that we talked to, her name was Lisa, and she works for like the student org finance office. And I don't think many people talk to her on a daily basis, and we asked her like what was her view of God, and I think that was something that she had some thoughts about, where she just recognized that she feels like there may or may not be a God, but she's not sure. And she wasn't really ready to share the details of it, but she did really feel struck by a question that Chizura asked, which was, are you satisfied with your life? And I think that was a question that she will probably continue to think about because she kept coming back to that. And we got a chance to share about our own testimony briefly, as well as a little bit of what we believe. And we just hope that even though she didn't become Christian or anything, that can be something that will really further her along in her spiritual journey.
So Genji and I were walking around with a poster, and on the front of it, it had a bunch of words, largely taken from the Life 6 Words app. We put on a variety of words and basically walked around asking people to put tally marks under the 6 words that they thought summarized their lives, or that they resonated with the most in terms of how their lives have played out so far. And then on the back, we wrote the 6 words that God would use to describe what life should be. And through that, we were hoping to be able to talk to people and talk them through the basic gospel message. We got to do that, I think, a total of twice. Both of those times were pretty good, but Genji and I were definitely feeling a fair bit of discouragement and fatigue. I think for the first 2 hours, we were just walking around, really getting to know the campus very, very intimately, and yet still retaining no sense of direction for where we were. But even so, I think it was a good time for us to be able to go back to prayer and then to be able to, just keep pushing through, trusting that, God would place the people he wanted us to see before us. Yeah. Any words, Kenji?
Yeah, we were both like old men. Matt had like foot pain. I had like knee pain, and we're like, oh my gosh, these stairs. But then we're like, let's just push through. Like, you know, like we'll do this out of love for Jesus, and we're gonna keep going. So that was awesome. Felt like we got encouraged by the Lord again and again through prayer or through like people we bump into.
Amen. Yeah, indeed. Emory is kind of hilly. Tiffany, last but not least, would you like to share a little bit about maybe an encounter you had that was memorable?
So I guess my first memorable encounter was like the very first person I reached out to. He was this guy from China, and he had never heard of Christianity before, didn't know what the Bible was, only believed in God as a observer and not as someone who had personal connections with the human beings that he created. And so it was really interesting getting to speak to him. I did the three circles with him. And he definitely wasn't willing to like convert or anything, but he was open to the idea of like a God that cares and a God that loves. And it was really encouraging. So that was definitely a highlight of my day. And then with Hina, do you want to pick your favorite?
I feel like the last person that we talked to was most memorable. Like I don't know, we don't even know that much because we just went straight into like asking him a question. Like, what would you ask? What is one question you would ask God? And then the purpose of his life. And we talked about like what it means to like live a selfless life and whether everybody living a selfless life would solve the problem of brokenness in this world. And we got to a point, Tiffany got to a point where she asked about like what's stopping him from believing in Jesus and believing that he is the one who can restore us to that perfect plan that God had for us. And he was basically saying like, oh, I can't believe in something I have no reason to believe in. And he even said like, oh, I read apologetics, I've read Mere Christianity, but he just couldn't buy that Jesus was the answer, basically. And for whatever reason, like we ran out of time because he was busy. But I think that like that encounter was most memorable for me because I think with many people that we got to talk to today, I think a big thing that I felt was just like, oh, I wish I had more time to just talk to you or even just relate with you and like help you in like this journey of finding out more about God and like different things like that. Because I found that like, whether people, it's like this guy who, it's either like people are like this guy who have thought about it, but then they end up kind of being closed off for whatever reason that I wish I could have more time to unpack. Or we talked to this other girl who seemed like she didn't really think about it that much, and she was kind of just like giving us an answer, but it was clear that like there wasn't very much clear thinking in terms of like why she believes and what she believes and stuff like that. So I don't know, with people like that, I feel like, oh, I wish I had more time. But yeah, I think I'm just personally coming away with it a little bit, with a little more like burden for people, like in the heart for people. Yeah. And I guess it just gives me a new perspective when I think about UChicago campus. Like those are the people that I do have time with and that I, at least for the near future, so I think it just kind of gives me that like perspective to like take advantage of that and to be grateful for that. So yeah, I think we'll keep praying for these people that we met here.
All right, and that concludes the D-Pod recording from Emory.
Hey D-Pod, welcome back to Tammy Talks, and we're here with the group that just went to Georgia Tech to do outreach. I'm here with
Luke Walker,
Mr. Neil Thompson,
Lauren Chang.
And so how were you guys' experience?
Yeah, it was really interesting. It was my first ever time, doing like just straight up cold outreach like that. And it was really encouraging, got to share the gospel with, the Life in 6 Words app. So that was pretty cool. I don't know, we actually got several compliments like, oh wow, this app is so cool. It's kind of funny. I got up and I had to be up. We're like, well, actually, it's not our app. We don't need the credit for that. But no, it was fun with that. Yeah, gotta share the gospel with some people, have some interesting conversations, and yeah, just encouraging and just emboldening to just. I think a lot of the fears that I had about people being like, oh, bad Christian, no, like that didn't happen. And so I think it just encourages me to go and try to share the gospel more with those around me.
Yeah, I love the southern hospitality out here. Yeah, people are really nice, and yeah, we met a lot of people from different backgrounds, different people with different morals and values, and it's very nice out here. I really love it. And yeah, we interviewed a lot of people, and some of them said no, some of them were excited and they didn't want a cookie, but they still wanted to get interviewed, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, I'd love to do it again. So
Yeah, Temi, Kat, and I made a poster, and we set up some jars, or actually bowls, with answer options to our question, which was, what is the highest purpose of your life? And Temi, what do you think? We got some pretty interesting answers.
Yeah. We actually met a couple of Christians.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were willing to just elaborate on their answers, and no one was turned off by the fact that we were a church, which was really, really encouraging. So.
Yeah, and I think we also got to hear about the Christian life on campus from a range of perspectives, which was really nice. I think we got a good grasp of the spiritual climate.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we met some Christians too, and I don't know, it was encouraging to hear that there are groups on campus that are trying to talk to people. But I think a lot of the general consensus too was that Emory is kind of lacking in that department. Spiritual places for students to grow in their journey or even just be exposed to Christianity. So I'm very excited to hear about how things went with our friends over there who are doing the outreach at Emory, and just kind of burdening for that campus, and just getting excited to see God's love spread over there.
All right, anyone else have any last minute things?
Shout out to Korean Matthew from Chicago, whose dad worked at UChicago. Matthew Chang, you have a doppelganger.
Wait, there was really a guy Korean from Chicago?
he don't look like Matthew, but he's like 6'3". He's built different. No. He's built different. He got okay.
You like Robert from basketball?
Yeah, similar, but yeah, this is my first time hearing about a Christian frat, which I've never thought existed. 5 exist here, which is mind-blowing. 5.
I feel like the words are oxymoron.
Yeah, that's my final thought.
Besties for the resties.
Oh yeah, Neil and I, besties for the resties, of course.
I am not transferring.
Let's go!
All right. This is Tammy and Lauren and Luke and Neil signing out.
Peace.
Peace. See you in heaven.
Nice. That's it. That's all we have. And the see you in heaven reference, that's from a conversation that Tammy and Kata and Lauren had on campus, where one of the people they talked to was actually a devout Indian student on campus. And, after kind of talking with him about the Christian scene and, how things are going, as he was leaving, he said, see you in heaven. And so that became sort of an inside joke from this trip. So yeah, just really, really proud of everyone who just was out there. It was hot and there were not that many people on campus, but we had a little kind of a team time on the Emory campus afterward, just sharing and having a chance to pray together and kind of consolidating our learnings. And I think everyone realized, man, if we're intentional, just in a few hours, we were able to have 90 conversations, and almost a third of those conversations ended up being gospel conversations too. And so, man, what if we brought that kind of intentionality and that kind of burden and urgency just into our everyday lives and wherever we are this summer, right? Back at home, with your friends, just in your city. What if we just spent a small portion of our day or maybe a day out of the week where we're going to go and make disciples, right? And so we're going to be kind of an outward focused sort of a mentality. and try to actually strike up conversations with people. I think then we could put ourselves in a situation where the Holy Spirit could really use us to minister to somebody. So yeah, we were all encouraged and challenged as we departed from that place. So yeah, really thankful for that. Yeah, and as for my personal reflections on visiting Atlanta, this was only my second time in the city. I can see why we really need to plant a church here in the future. From the people that we talked to who know the campus and kind of know the campus scene, a lot of people were saying, especially the Emory campus is pretty underserved. And it was really interesting because walking on Emory campus, it reminded me a lot of Berkeley, actually, even though the kind of school that Emory is kind of different from Berkeley, but the campus itself felt a lot like UC Berkeley. And so I felt like very much at home. And yeah, who knows? Like, I think that Atlanta is something we should keep praying about as a church, as a network. We definitely need to land there sometime in the future. And I think we were all feeling that. So anyways, that's it for this episode of D-Pod. And so, thanks for listening. And I know that the episodes have not been coming out as frequently. I don't know what it's going to be like this summer, especially since Kata and I are going to the Philippines mission trip, but we'll hopefully have a D-Pod episode about that too. So anyways, have a nice day wherever you're listening to this, and we'll see you in heaven.